Today's video is sponsored by the letter T. Woo! This is a T. This is a T. These are all crosses. Nah, just kidding. They're all T's. Now, for the brave, brilliant few of you, you already know what these are. You know what they do. But for those who don't, let's go over it, because I have seen way too many actors and models not know how to use these bad boys. So first of all, do you know how hard it was to find pictures of these things? You can't search for actor T or film studio T. You have to search for T mark. Now, when you talk about hitting your mark, it's usually because there's an exact place on the ground that the cinematographer or the director wants you to hit, because when you hit that place, their shot looks really good. It's either in focus on you, it's the right composition behind you. So they put these markers on the ground for you to stand, and they put them in the shape of a letter T. And the idea is that you're gonna put one foot on each side. Now, why the heck can't actors do this? First of all, it's because hitting that mark when you're like looking around and trying to act is kind of hard. When you're trying to act, the last thing you want to do is to think about where you're gonna stand, how you're looking in the camera. What you're really wanting to think about is being present in the moment. In fact, you're not even trying to think about anything, you're just trying to exist in that moment. So when you have to hit markers and make sure that you're at the correct angle from the camera, it just turns into this difficult mess that no one wants to deal with. So actors ignore it. They just stand right on top of the T. They might stand in front of the T or a little bit off to the side. They never hit the mark exactly. What actors don't really realize is that this hurts them more than helps them. It's gonna waste everybody's time if you have to reshoot that take because you didn't hit the correct mark, therefore you were out of focus or the composition was bad. You have to remember there's multiple people trying to work this out, and so you hitting your mark comes first, and then second is you acting on top of that. And that's where all the skill and practice comes in, right? Is you being authentic and in the moment while also doing the very basic thing of walking from point A to point B. So let's talk about the proper way to hit your mark here. Let's look at this for example. We have opened our good old Paint. This right here is our camera, okay? And what they want you to do is you're gonna start at point A, which is this dot, and you are gonna walk and you are gonna hit your mark, a T that's put in here, right here. So they're gonna say action, and while acting, you have to walk, and hit this T. Now, the problem is where do you stop? So if this is our T right here, how professional is this, by the way? Paint. As soon as we pull out Paint, you know things are getting serious. Your feet should be right here. Actually, that was a bad drawing, because they should touch. Usually they're gonna lay out this tape right at the tips of your feet. This right here is how your feet should line up. You shouldn't be standing on top of it. You shouldn't be like this. And lots of people think, hey, this is where I'm supposed to be standing because there's a big X on the ground. You know, they think this is like an X and they're supposed to hit it. That's not true. You're supposed to stand with your toes touching the front here. And people sometimes will stand right here. That's not right. If you stand too far back here, that's not right. This is supposed to show you the direction your body is supposed to be facing. So even though the camera might be filming like this, and they only want you barely in the shot on the right hand side, or on camera left here, they still want your body facing this way. They don't want your body facing this way. They don't want your body facing this way. They want you to follow this line and have your body continue to face that way. And here's the problem, is there's gonna be lots of people hitting their T's. Wow, what a T. They're usually gonna be small on the ground like this. So there might be 3 people, like there might be 2 people already standing here in perfect composition, and they want you to walk up and hit your T. Now the problem is how do you do this? Right? How do you walk up so that your feet perfectly land here? Beautiful artwork, I know. How do you walk up and have your feet perfectly land there without looking at the ground as an actor? First of all, it takes practice and kind of spatial awareness, but But instead of like looking out of the corner of your eye, like walking like am I gonna hit it? There's a better way to do this. Michael Caine wrote a book called Acting in Film. And in the book, he listed a very good tip for this exact problem. He suggested that you go to your mark, make sure you lined up perfectly, and then look at your surroundings. See how you are in relationship to the other actors, see how you are in relationship to the camera, and then walk backwards, retrace your steps into your starting position. Walk backwards, and then as you walk forwards, you're basically just hitting play after your rewind, right? And it's way easier to hit your mark. I've tried this in several different takes while filming, and it actually works. So there's our hot tip for the day. Thank you so much for checking out the YouTube channel. Boom! So this is your small acting modeling tip for the day. Actually go out and use it. I'm so sick of seeing actors that can't hit their marks and having to redo everything for it. It's a waste of time. Anyway, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We put out small tips like this all the time. And follow me just everywhere on the social media platforms. What an outro.